Blake Lively has awkward interaction with Anna Kendrick at another Simple Favor London photo call after a string of painful press interviews. We've got to talk about it. So there have been a couple of developments over the weekend. I brought to you guys some of that information, and I want to after this video, there's one more about this London premiere, but then I want to get into this whole subpoena drama that's going on and kind of like show you guys what some of the attorneys are saying because everyone is very confused about this alleged subpoena that no one's seen other than a couple of news outlets, and it gives no information about it. It just claims that there's a subpoena from sometime in October of 2024 with absolutely no other details, which makes me question it on its face. I question everything that Blake does or says or claims because I believe she is straight up lying. I believe everyone on her side is lying and that they are continuing a smear campaign against Justin Baldoni and also this false allegations of sexual harassment and retaliation. At least that's my opinion. And most of you have that same opinion just looking at the evidence and that comes from Justin's side because we've seen absolutely no evidence on her side at all. But let's get into this article. So it says Blake Lively was captured in an awkward interaction with Anna Kendrick. In fact, before we start that, let me show you. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you can, or just stretch it out so you can see the words more. But there is a video that goes with it. So let me play that for you and then we'll get into the details. Don't show me an ad. Don't show me an ad. Okay, we're going to skip the ad, guys. We're doing this in real time. Now, there's no audio that goes with it, but you can see this is them in an awkward pose because they didn't do this at South by Southwest. And it looks like the word was given to probably Anna Kendrick that she needed to pose with Blake Lively, finally interact with her after we know from South by Southwest when she was asked, how was it working with Blake Lively on this project again? And she was just like, oh, and just kept on moving. While Blake claimed she was so happy and it was the best moment of her life. But that's them standing there. But I do have some better videos I'm going to show you very shortly. Now, in my excitement of talking about this article, I forgot to show you guys these videos that I have. So I'm going to insert this somewhere in here. So if it seems like it just jumps to this, just understand that's what happened. But I wanted to show you this. I muted it because it is a copyrighted song. I have actually any of them talking, but this is Blake in a very awkward slow motion video. I don't know. She's really trying to show this purse off. The boots look atrocious. The sweater is atrocious. Every part, this look is not it. Her hair is cute. I will give her that. Her hair is cute. And I like the jewelry on her ears, but it just like the rings, it doesn't really go with everything else. But here is the other video I have as well. I got to turn down the audio. There's them awkwardly standing there. But I think by all accounts, Anna is just a better dresser. Like, she's just always trying to one up somebody else or another woman, which I find it hilarious that she tries to claim she's for women, even though she had two women fired from two crew members. One is assistant director fired from It Ends With Us. But we're supposed to believe her just because she was born with a vagina like the rest of us. Yet she's doing things to harm other women. So make it make sense. Now, let's get back into the video. It says Blake Lively was captured in an awkward interaction with Anna Kendrick at a London photo call for Another Simple Favor on Tuesday after a string of painful press interviews. The pair looked to be in a tense exchange at the Corinthia Hotel as they promoted the new film ahead of its launch on Prime Video on May 1st. Blake, 37, wore a black cardigan with gold trim, adding dark tights and a knee-length black boots for the shoot. Can I say something that's really bizarre to me? Let me see if I can go. It won't let me go back, but I'll show you in a second. But if you remember what she just looked like, she was just wearing what looks to be like all Chanel or mostly Chanel, and even holding a purse. Am I weird to think that I've never seen someone holding a name brand purse at a photo call? If you saw Anna Kendrick, she was very, simply dressed. I would say elegantly dressed, something that you would see on a red carpet or photo call. But the bag with the label, it just screams pretentious. It screams entitlement and delusion. Like, I don't know if she felt like this was a fashion moment for her. A lot of people are dragging her for what she wore and just that purse being just very bizarre and, elitist and name brandy, which again, I've rarely ever seen that on any kind of red carpet, especially for well, not a red carpet, but a photo call for a movie. It's very out of touch and out of place, and especially when you consider all that's going on with her legally. But I guess she still has those coins, so she might have to be selling it on the real world or something in order to pay these bills that she has coming up, and especially paying our good friend Justin Baldoni. But anyway, uh, she toted a black and gold Chanel handbag and accessorized it with a range of golden jewelry, letting her long blonde tresses loose. Co-star Anna 39 sported a bright red vest with gold buttons, teaming the item with a matching miniskirt and complementing the look with some sparkly gold heels. The pair were joined by fellow stars Paul Feig. Paul Feig is not a star; he's the director of the movie who clapped back at me and actually has had some beef with me on X, if you guys remember that whole saga. Lori Fisher and Henry Golding, who she grabbed by the balls impromptu. And that was something that she came up with to grab him by the balls. This woman who is offended by the word sexy, even though she keeps using it. She's offended by a man looking her in the eyes while she's breastfeeding, as she invites him into her trailer to talk to her about things while she's breastfeeding, but then claimed they just would bust in there while she was nude and doing this in order, I guess, to cop a look at her very postpartum breastfeeding body. But okay. They were joined by Henry Golding as they posed for photos in front of the London Eye. Oh God, what is this? This just look at her face. It just looks so fake and forced, but she's mid laugh, so I don't want to be overly critical for no reason. But I don't know. Anna Kendrick looks normal. And even her outfit is just eating. It's simple, it's elegant, it makes sense. But the boots with the tights, the gold, all of this jewelry, over the top bracelets and watch and rings. And again, look in comparison to Anna Kendrick. And then, of course, having a Chanel bag. Child, these people. The shoot comes amid swirling rumors of tension between Blake, who has also been locked in a legal battle with It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni, and Anna ahead of a Simple Favor sequel. Now, that's the thing that Paul Feig, the director of this movie, clapped back at me when I said that Blake was very nervous about being at South by Southwest and actually walking the red carpet with Anna Kendrick because they hate each other. Anna Kendrick can't stand her. This was a report from the Daily Mail and several other publications. And this has been talked about for months, if not years, that there's been a lot of beef between them and that they don't get along. Now, Andy Signor over at Popcorn Planet, he actually interviewed several cast members from this movie and confirmed that they cannot stand each other. Now, he gave some more tea to me that he's going to be included in his upcoming documentary about this whole case. The only documentary I want to see, because we know they keep doing these fake ones that are so pro Blake. And I even posted, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, about the 60 Minutes one interview or documentary they did that was very pro Blake from Australia. 60 Minutes Australia. It's on YouTube. You can watch it if you want to. I ain't watching the mess because it just looks stupid. But one thing they did include was a cast member who is now speaking out that is pro Justin Baldoni. And so I will get to that in a video today as well. But I posted that on X. If you guys are not following me on X, make sure you do, because I am able to get to stories and information out there faster than I can do on YouTube and make a full sit down video. But let's continue. It's South by South premiere was last month was overshadowed by controversy, including a protester Colonel Kurtz here on YouTube, that she was the protester, brandishing a Justice for Justin Baldoni, Blake lied sign, and a seemingly icy reunion with Anna. Despite the drama, the Gossip Girl star gushed about the event, comparing it to a rock concert on an Instagram post. She's so out of touch. Just in the caption, she wrote, "Watching a simple favor opening tonight at South by Southwest felt like a rock concert. Thank you to the very best audience. Texas turns it out." Making the movie was already the gift, every element of it. To share it with you all and to feel the love return to us was the best feeling. Thank you for having us, Austin. In March, Blake was accused of beefing up the crowd at the premiere after she was seen posing for a selfie with Lori Feig, the wife of another Simple Favor director, Paul Feig. Now, again, if you guys got to go back in time, if you don't remember that, I was one of the people to call it out. Elsrich was calling it out. I mean, everyone was calling it out once we realized that she was actually the director's wife and she was posing for a selfie. It was just bizarre. These are not things you normally see at a premiere for a movie. And I'm assuming because there are no real fans of Blake Lively, I can't find them. Just like this undetectable, untraceable, invisible smear campaign that Justin Baldoni has launched against her. And we're all part of it if we comment or make videos or a commentary about it. We somehow don't have eyes and ears or agency, especially us as women. We shouldn't have agency according to most of these outlets because we're a woman born with a vagina just like Blake. So just that alone should make us believe her. But okay. Some of the star's critics became convinced based on photos that Lori was pretending to be a fan in the crowd despite being married to the filmmaker. That was me. Why is the director of Another Simple Favor's wife pretending to be a fan in the crowd, waiting for Blake on the red carpet to take a selfie? Wrote a YouTuber critical of Blake. That would be me. That would be me. They're not including my name no more. I don't know. They're a little mad at me, but here she is in another weird photo. That face, I don't like who is taking these pictures. Jeez. Okay, and they caught Anna looking a little weird there as well. Maybe it's just the photographer. But she has on all this gaudy jewelry, this Chanel bag, which makes no sense. We know there's nothing in it. Oh, and she's so excited about it. She's even opening it up and showing, I guess, that it's supposed to be a camera bag, I guess. This is supposed to be a cute little moment. I mean, when I say this woman is tone deaf, I mean tone deaf. Like nobody is checking for you, like sis, that this is a business as usual. The pair have reunited for the much anticipated film, which follows Stephanie Smothers Anna and Emily Nelson Blake as they head to the beautiful island of Capri, Italy, for Emily's extravagant wedding to a rich Italian businessman per IMDb. And actually, a little quick tea: she fought with Paul Feig because she didn't want to go to Capri, I believe, to film this, or she didn't think it was a good idea. But then he somehow convinced her, and there's even an interview. If you guys haven't seen it, there's so much to catch you guys up on, but there's an interview, crazy enough, with Justin Baldoni and Jamie Heath on their podcast where Paul Feig comes in. They are like talking to Paul Feig, and they were asking him for advice, and he's basically telling them to not have any confidence, that the only confidence you should have is that you should have no confidence and allow other people to change and rewrite and do over what you've done to make it better, which to me just sounds like a cuckold. It sounds like that's probably what Paul Feig has done with Blake Lively, because we know how she operates. She needs to have agency and control over any project she's doing, even though she's hired to just be an actress. Somehow she needs to have agency over the entire thing, somebody else's project. She doesn't like even writing her own scripts. She likes to come in and change their script to make it better. That's what she sees it as. Another person who's creative, who has done the hard work. Well, she doesn't want to do that. She wants to take over what they've done and add her special touch, and in order to make it good, implying that the person who did the original, or the group of people who did the original script, well, they weren't good enough, and it's only she that can make it a hit or even better. Although everything she rewrites, or allegedly her husband Ryan Reynolds, as she said, rewrites a script, and that is what she considers to be the best thing, the best outcome, even though by most accounts everything that she's written or done does not make sense and it does not add up for the movie and really takes away from the original vision. Okay, the leading stars have been hit by rumors by a secret feud after reunited on the set 5 years after the original movie came out. Watch how many PR, this is me again. Why aren't y'all using my name? Watch how many PR bots reply that this is normal, internalized misogyny, and why do you care? The poster added, because this is when bots will flood in and say, why do you care? Or you're just a pick me who wants to be picked by Justin Baldoni. Because that's the only reason a woman would care about justice in this case, because we just all want to be picked by Justin Baldoni. The very people who claim women empowerment and all of that, well, then they dumb us down to just the only reason we defend a man is because we have sexual attraction to him, or we're hoping we can sleep with this married man, father of two, as though we don't have our own lives. Like, this is how they see us. I had to do that this weekend. I had to clap back at somebody who said the same thing, just like I clap back, as you see in this article. The premiere also started off on the wrong foot as Blake was greeted by a protester, proving that the PR disaster of It Ends With Us is far from over. A woman was seen with a shirt that said Blake lied and holding the opinionated sign as the star walked the red carpet nearby. Again, that's Colonel Kurtz here on YouTube or on X if you're watching there. To make matters worse, there were more excruciating moments as Blake's co-star Anna had an awkward response to a question about working with her on the film. And Anna cryptically said on the red carpet when asked what it was like to work with Blake again. There were no photos of Blake and Anna posing solo together aside from a picture with their director. That was from South by Southwest. I kind of gave you that information already. This just doesn't look like a movie star to me. Like, this does not look like a premiere outfit. It's just wrong on a lot of levels. It's like, I like the individual pieces, but all together, it just looks gaudy and weird. Like all of her outfits do, let's be honest. And then there's these fake laughter or poses that she's doing. Oh my God, look at this. Jeez. Oh, Lord. So there they all are. Everybody else looks simple. Again, I just cannot get with Blake. It was previously reported that Anna is less than thrilled that her co-star's legal drama is overshadowing their film. Inside the event, the stars were pictured awkwardly standing next to each other, while with Anna holding her head down as she listened to the Gossip Girl star speak. Blake excitedly recounted the filming of the movie in Capri, Italy, as her colleague stood by and only glanced over once in a video shared by Variety. While talking to Variety, Anna shared a vague response when questioned about how the movie has been affected by everything going on in the world. Then she said, if you guys have seen it, she was like, why? What happened? I did Ayushka. I don't know what that is. Ayushka, the last year of my life is just gone. The star replied, referencing the plant-based psychedelic. So she claims she doesn't know what's going on because she had been doing mushrooms or shrooms. Child. Okay. The actress then continued, but I've heard the movie is amazing before walking away. Blake and Anna were also seen on the red carpet together in March, but director Paul Feig noticeably stood in between the pair for the photos. A filmmaker reflected on working with the stars once again following the 2018 A Simple Favor and gushed to people that it was too much fun. Sure, Paul. Sure. We believe you. Let's see what else. How long is this? I feel like they're just stretching it out with old info. Okay. Yeah, they're just stretching this out with old info. There's nothing. Oh, it says, meanwhile, a fan asked the Gossip Girl star, Blake, what does it mean to be back with Anna? Oh, it's the best. I'm so happy, she gushed before being guided to take additional photos during the festival. A source told People last month the comments on Instagram have upset her, especially the ones saying fans are now refusing to watch the movie because they don't want to support Blake. That they further explained that the pitch perfect star is not used to being caught up in any drama, referring to Anna Kendrick. However, another insider shared the film is in the early stages of planning what press will look like, and Blake and Anna will be doing some things together. I guess this is the thing. A separate source explained to Daily Mail that these movies are basically all Anna and Blake have in common. They have a working relationship, by no means a close friendship or bond. Or they don't get along at all, let's be honest. Last minute talks are underway with execs as Anna would prefer to distance herself from Blake going forward. The insider added it was originally planned that the two would do much of the promotion together. That's what the studio requested, and Blake agreed to it. But Anna could go it alone over fears she would get caught up in the drama. Again, what is Blake? What this she has to be the worst dressed person in Hollywood. Like absolutely the worst dressed. And they always talk about how she's famously styles herself. And I'm just like, sis, we know this suit is atrocious and it doesn't fit in with anybody else. Everyone else is wearing, black or something. They all match. Even Anna Kendrick with this kind of snake skin print dress, they all are wearing white, black, a little bit of brown here. And then she comes out with this atrociously gaudy orange suit with, I don't know, chandelier beads. All what is she needs this is not a woman who should be dressing herself. She needs a stylist. It's an over the top pantsuit. Oh, and of course, she has a handbag again with it. This is a Judith Lieber bag. And I knew it was Judith Lieber, but if you guys I follow Becca Bloom on TikTok. If you're not, she's a billionaire that is probably the most relatable, nicest person that you will find on TikTok. Check out Becca Bloom. But she actually unboxed this bag right here. It's not my cup of tea, but she has disposable income, so she's shown it and had fun with it. But here she is, have to show a bag again, and all of this insane jewelry. It's just now. This was her back in 2018 when I think she looked better. She was very dressed down. It still is. It still is giving costume and weird, but this is what she wore, which is to me it makes more sense. Anna and Blake are also rumored to have clashed over their billing on the sequel, and Blake failing to address the effect of her lawsuit on the movie. In regards to the position on their names when it came to billing, another source shared in the original film, Anna got top billing over Blake, as she should. She is the more accomplished actor. She is the actor that has more range, has been in more movies. Her movies have made significantly more money than Blake Lively. She's been nominated for more awards, won more awards. Anna Kendrick is the bigger star. Let's not mix words here. Okay. Yeah, it just makes sense. She fought through her reps to get top billing over Anna, who refused to bow to Blake's demands. Finally, after weeks of negotiations, a deal was struck between the actresses. They agreed on staggered billing, which meant Anna's name would read first and Blake's would be above hers, but on the right-hand side in the business that's considered equal billing. But they're not equal. Oh, guys. All right. Now they're just getting into the Justin Baldoni suit, but I actually have an article about the billing, and there's fans like speaking about it because this is a poster. Here it is. Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively. Now this is not that much higher than hers, but it was way higher than hers in the original poster and the original thing. And I just don't get it. I don't get it. But we'll get into that article in my next video. I got to comb through it. But I also want to bring you guys a lot more information that we have, a lot more tea concerning Blake Lively and all the foolishness regarding her. And let me show you this really quickly. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I have some new Team Justin merch I want to show you. So you guys know about my Justice Dragon that I have with the double-sided pillow. I have it in a t-shirt, a mug. I have my It Ends with Court and t-shirts, and also a double-sided pillow. But do you remember when our attorney, Brian Freeman, said he was clapping back about Blake and says if she wants to know who's responsible for the smear campaign against her, well, just a mirror will do. Okay. So I came up with that. Just a mirror will do. If you guys want to check this out and support me over here, I have it in the white with the red lettering. And then I have it in the black with the white lettering. And I have a couple more designs coming out, hopefully today, that you guys can check out and you may like. But with that, make sure you guys go to realmelanieking.com. The link directly to this merch, so my Team Justin merch, will be below, as well as my social media. And I will see you guys on the next one.